They are extremely hard to play against. They just get in your face and they pin you in your half. They're like a hydraulic press. They just squash you until you crack and concede a bunch of goals. I also have a bit of a hot take for you, Stump.
Okay.
I reckon that secretly Mark by 8 is the best player on BDS. I think he reads the game quicker than anyone else. There he is. He's scoring just as I say that. Look how smart I am.
I honestly would have preferred he missed that. Just so you'd look silly.
He's maybe not as spectacular as Monkey Moon, maybe not as dangerous in the air as Extra, but I think he reads the game quicker than both of them. You'll see him take people out the game with just little touches that they're not expecting all the time. You'll see him clean up on defense all the time, and I think if you were an RLCS level team looking to pick up a third, maybe your current third died or something, I think Mark by 8 would be your ideal candidate because he's also really easy to play with. So that's my hot take.
And he's not dead, which is a really big bonus.
Yeah, that's always a plus for a professional competitor.
Definitely. As Monkey Moon picks up in the middle as Extra cannot quite get to that. And Mark Bay, of course, picking up that first goal as well for BDS, where Monkey's big hot take is that he's the best player on that team. Well, I think Extra gets a lot of the attention, and Monkey Moon is obviously revered pretty much in every professional forum that he is one of the best players on that roster. So I'd like to hear what you think of Magnifico as well, because of course every single time they play I always think, well, you've played with Greasy. He has had a little bit, I thought this would be a swan song team for him, where this is his hurrah, but he's been absolutely nailing it.
They've looked a lot better than I think everyone expected. They've all looked very comfortable with each other. I think they've somehow, with basically no prior experience together, they've all fit together really well. Oh my god. No, Mark! Oh, I thought I was going to look so smart. But anyway, they all fit together remarkably well despite barely playing together. They tend to be quite a defensive side. They tend to rely on two main weapons. One, they like to wait for the counter attack, and two, they like Dementia to sort of create some space, take some defenders out of the game with his solo plays. They're also not afraid of a pass either, and they've got some good finishers on their team. But I think they're going to have too much to deal with for this series. I think, their main weapon being counter attacks isn't going to work out for them because BDS is one of the best teams at just keeping the pressure on without leaving themselves vulnerable to the counter. And then Dementia on his own, whilst a very dangerous player, I don't think his solo plays alone are enough of a weapon to rely on, especially since he has a bit of a tendency to have bad games.
Yeah, and BDS having obviously a little bit of a bad run of form. Rather, they're having a very good run of form where they were doing very well in stage 1 where they gamed through just 3-0 straight away, didn't need to go to 4 or 5 series at all. And then in the grid, they sort of threw it away a little bit. They lost 3-1, the eventual winners Triple Trouble, which was an amazing result, and they also lost to Vitality. So not bad teams to lose to, but definitely not what they were hoping for. They didn't end up beating Solari, but a team that obviously most people would expect them to beat. As Extra tries to go for another big attack, Mark Bay will attempt to continue it. That's on target as Dementia can take it into the corner. Extra, once again, sorry, was that too passive-aggressive that you keep saying his name wrong? Monkey Moon scores.
That was very passive-aggressive. Don't do that again, please. But, great example of why BDS is so good. Just pure speed. Mark by 8 nicks in front of the defender to pop it mid. Extra nicks in front of the next defender to bash it off the backboard. And then Monkey Moon super quick with the finish into the corner. They're just a bit too strong for this Magnifico team, I feel. I would be surprised. I would be shocked even if Magnifico took a game.
Magnifico, whenever I've seen them, have played that aggressive game, but I don't know if that's their standard game. They've also not been together for too long, so maybe they're still trying to figure out the playstyle that they like to go for. But when they played against Oxygen, they were unbelievably aggressive. They had over 4 demos per game on average across that entire series, which was just absolutely ruining them. There were bumps in net as well. Half of their bumps on the players didn't turn into demos, and that's what ended up getting them a lot of the goals. And being able to beat Oxygen is no easy feat. Nobody expected them to do that. So maybe this will be another shock event should game 2, 3, and 4 go better. But game number 1 looking to go quite firmly in BDS's favour. Not too much of a push by Magnifico, only 4 shots between them, whereas Extra has that on his own, and he's not even the highest shooting player on BDS.
Yeah, they've done what the BDS do best, and they've kept their opponent in their own half for the whole game. We saw a few more demos coming out at the end there once they were 2-0 down, but it was definitely a case of too little too late. I would like to see more of that in the next game, because that is a great way of breaking down the press, we'll call it. It's a great way of breaking down the press. You just, kill people so that they're not there to press you anymore. So I would like to see more of that. Otherwise, I don't see them, doing any damage at all, really.
Mark there doing exactly what you were saying about earlier, where he gets his awkward touches. He got rid of one of the guys that was moving up into his own half, and then that meant Atomic's pass went to no one, and so it could then be intercepted, and he could turn around quicker and get the goal. So he did 3 perfect things in a row that led to that 3rd goal. Didn't decide the game, but it did get him a little bit of a padded stat. So BDS taking game number 1 about as we would expect. Magnifico, though, honestly looking weaker than I thought they would. I've been incredibly impressed by them thus far. I've really enjoyed watching them whenever they've been in any of the tournaments thus far. Obviously, they didn't make it through to the grid, but in the field, they've had some decent results, ended up beating Vodafone Giants, but they have lost to FC Barcelona and Giants previously and Stormtroopers. So they've had a bit of a shoddy run of form, I think, coming out of the qualifiers. But still a very fun team to watch. I thought that there'd be more aggression from Magnifico, but BDS doing a really good job of shutting that down.
Yeah, that's the thing with BDS. They don't let you play your game. If your game's aggressive and demo, it doesn't matter, because you have to first figure out how to get outside of your own half. I just can't, every time I watch it, I cannot fathom how they get so clean with their rotations. How come there's always someone in behind? Like, I don't know. I'll have to literally ask one of them. I don't know. Do they have a coach? I should probably know that. Do BDS have a coach?
BDS do have a coach. Their coach is Kale.
Yeah, so I don't know if Kale's just, a genius, the Pep Guardiola of Rocket League, because they're so well organized. You don't really see them double commit ever, and they seem to just know instinctively where all their teammates are. It's honestly something else. The only other team that really does it, as good as they do would be Vitality and potentially, one of your big NA teams.
Yeah, I think something that we saw early on in this game, look at that, sending all 3 players scrambling. Atomic does manage to get a hit and gets absolutely pelted into the post for it in lieu of the ball. I think something that I've been very impressed with in this game is that on their way back, Monkey Moon, for example, will go for a sort of a swiping hit to get a pass off, as opposed to going round to the back and then letting the 3rd man come in for the shot. Oh, that's so close. Can Extra secure it? No, he can't. Instead of waiting for the 3rd man to come in, he becomes the 2nd man immediately, even though he's on his rotation back, and will get a really horrible pass central. And he's doing that consistently. He swipes at the ball as Extra has a go himself, and Monkey Moon can't finish it. This defense, actually, from Magnifico is being huge. Triple man commit sometimes, but it's working.
Yeah, I mean, like I said at the start of the series, they tend to favor, they like their demos, and they like giving Demenza the ball.
Oh, that's good. Can we get a clap for that? Well done, Marcus. Well done, man.
And they like to have him, solo play. But their main weapon, in my opinion, has always been, sitting in goal and waiting for an opening. So they are a very solid defensive team, and I think that's what killed Oxygen in the end. They just couldn't break down the defense and got caught out on the counter. But they're just not going to get those opportunities with BDS, I feel.
Opportunity for Atomic, and he just sort of he pats it dry towards the keeper.
Yeah.
They're approaching halfway in the game though, and Demenza gets a demo on Mark by a Demenza again gets a demo on Monkey Moon, completely shuts down that offensive push.
Yeah, but there's just still, they've had one crystal clear chance in Atomic there, who just, let's face it, really did not catch the ball.
He was scared, wasn't he? He was scared he didn't have time to do it.
He was scared, yeah. And that's really the only that's really the only opening they've had all series. Whereas I feel like already in this game alone, BDS could have scored a good 3 or 4 times.
This defense is like how I would love to have a plate of eggs. Scrambled, mate.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, and also sort of sunny side up, I suppose. But they've not been able to get anything in from BDS. Nothing has worked. 3-man comet does not matter as Greasy Meister sends it in right below the bar. Monkey Moon helps it on its way. Can't quite get anything out. And just under 2 minutes remaining, Magnifico go ahead.
Yeah, wow. So this is that defense coming through there. It wasn't really so much a counter-attack, but they just defended well, and eventually a bit of good fortune with Mark Bay getting dunked and then the ball spilling out mid. And then a really fantastic finish from Greasy, actually. You know, it was a definite chance to score, but you did have to hit it hard and just under the bar. So, yeah, look at that. They're all of a sudden, they're looking the favourites in this game.
Their defense this game has been... It's not been clean. It has been unbelievably messy, but it's been so effective. It doesn't matter. Demenza taking that boost over from Mark by 8 completely shuts down any option he had to form an offense from it, and so a couple more seconds wasted. Goes central though, Atomic can get it awkward, and does beat out the offending player, Monkey Moon. Pips it high, Greasy though on that right wall will turn and face to it. But it hits the ceiling, and a very weak touch from Extra, an uncharacteristically weak touch. Extra will try and continue it.
Yeah, this is just sort of a new style of defensive setup we're seeing from Magnifico. There he is! There's the solo plays. Okay, maybe their plan will work. Just sit back, all 3 men in goal, and then give Demenza a solo play. Great read. How on earth did he know it's going down like that? Beautiful shot from Demenza. And my goodness, I'm going to be in shock because they're going to take a game here.
Looking like a genius, getting that read off that back wall. And he will end up not quite getting that second one for himself and third for the team. And if this pressure continues from Magnifico, they take game number 2, when you said you'd be shocked if they got a game whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm going to have to practice my shocked face for when the webcams come on.
I cannot wait to see that now. Have you never been shocked? You know what that emotion is?
No, I know everything, so I have never been caught off guard in my life.
But anyway, if you knew everything, you'd know what shocked was.
Well, I know what it is. I'm aware of the concept. I'm having a hard time actualizing it in my mind.
Well, it looks like Magnifico are not having a hard time actualizing what this win is going to look like on the scoreboard when Luke actually reports to Wikipedia a little bit later, because these final 5 seconds will not lead to...
Right, okay, I think Stumpy's feed may have died. I think I'm
back?
on my own. I can hear you. I don't know if stream can hear you. I'm pretty sure it's me on my own, Stumpy.
I was hearing in my ear that... Oh, okay, I was hearing in my ear that it was solo, and I just presumed that was talking to me. I didn't realise that I was the one that dropped, so I was just talking about things.
Yeah, I was the same. I was like, no, it's no...
Alright, we're good, we're good.
Back.
Marky, they can't hear the production guy, don't answer him.
Here's my shocked expression. Right, you ready for my shocked expression, Stumpy?
Yes, I am.
What?
Hang on.
Magnifico took a game? Am I seeing that right? How was that?
I don't think they can see you. I'm so sorry, I don't think they can see you.
They can't see me.
Hang on. It's telling me to choose a webcam effect. I don't want a webcam effect. I just want my webcam to show.
Right, well, I hope stream saw that, because that was prime acting, and now we've got Utopia Retro.
I don't know why we're on Utopia Retro. It's all going wrong. Hang on.
It's all gone wrong.
I'm working on my camera. Breaking down fourth wall and saying I'm working on my camera.
Right, anyway, let's talk about the game a little bit.
Marky, it's Utopia Retro. We can't talk about the game.
No, well, we can talk about the last game. We don't talk about this one. I'm in this one. I'm playing defense in this one. What I was gonna say is that Magnifico really stepped it up. I did not expect that at all. Dementia got his solo play off, and they defended like madmen. All three of them on the goal line, just making save after save after save. I guess if you really work it out, you probably can cover the entire face of the goal with 3 people if you do the maths. And that seems to be what they're going for. So honestly, just fantastic defensive display from Magnifico. And I'm on my own. Okay. My day, yeah, it's good. I'm starting to really like casting Rocket League. I love it. I must admit, I should have done this ages ago. I worked in pensions for a year. That was not nearly as fun.
No, pensions aren't quite the high-flying life that everybody would assume.
No, you'd think it'd be girls, cars, exotic locations, but it's actually just talking about pensions all day.
Sort of old people, really.
Just old people. Nice old people,
Hopefully, yeah.
Lots of lovely chats, but
Okay, Marky, I think now we're going to be able to see your shocked face. So just imagine for a second that you have just seen that Magnifico won a match. Incredible.
How was that?
I've never seen anything better. I want a screenshot of that for my desktop background. But now, Marky, we can talk all about the series that has just or the games that have just happened. So we are at, to remind everybody, 1-1 in this series. The first match went to BDS. It was a 3-0. And then the second match went to Magnifico, and that was a 2-0 their way. So, Marky, how are you feeling about Magnifico going forwards?
I still think BDS are going to grind out another result. Magnifico played great. I just don't feel like the 3-man on the goal line strategy is a sustainable strategy, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. I think they did a job where there was a lot of defense going on, and I think that did mess them up a couple of times where they weren't too sure how they didn't really have a contingency plan of if any match ended up not going their way. They didn't know how to get themselves out of that situation where it became a little bit desperate sometimes. A triple man commit should never work out as well as it did for them in that game. I think if it comes down to that again, they're not going to find as much luck. I'd like to see them counter a little bit earlier than we ended up seeing them do it that time around.
Yeah, it wasn't even just one triple man commit. It was like 5 or 6 triple man commits. It was not 5 or 6, but it was at least 3 triple man commits. It's just not sustainable in my opinion. I think as well as they played, great saves. They counted well. Dementia scored an unreal goal. It's just not sustainable in my opinion, and I think there's too much quality on the BDS side for Magnifico to get a result.
We've had a few technical issues here, but we are literally just about to get into this game. We're all okay. We're all good. Let's not worry. We're now in the match. So this will be starting very soon, everybody. Otherwise, Marky, I asked you earlier about your prediction. You said you'd be shocked, obviously, if Magnifico ended up getting a single game here, and now they have. Do you think there's a chance that they can take this series, or has BDS's run of form recently going to sway you just a little bit away from doing your old pal Greasy Meister a favor?
Just too much quality on this BDS side. I think I would, sounds harsh. I would say they do everything Magnifico does better. I think defensively they're more well organized. I would say in offense they've got better finishing, better at finding the final pass, and better pressure rotations. And I just think they all read the game quicker as well. I just think there's just too much quality, I'm afraid. I love Greasy and I love the Magnifico team. They're doing great things that no one's expected. But BDS are, basically a solidified top 4 team in Europe at this point, and they're just too good. And they're quite consistent as well. You don't see them. A lot of these big teams, you see drop weird results, but BDS only really lose to really good teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so far, looking back at their results, we said it a little bit earlier, in the field, they've had a couple of shockers, maybe one shocker where they lost to Solari. That was probably it. That was a 3-1 Solari. Otherwise, they've beaten Dig, Vodafone Giant, Singularity, and end up losing as well to Endpoint Oxygen. Teams that I would say maybe Endpoint is a bit more of a shocker, but they've had a gigantic run of form recently. So huge props to those Endpoint lads. And otherwise, in the grid, they, of course, did end up going out a little bit earlier than they would like. I think that has put a chip on their shoulder because they know they should be going further than they did. And so the grids that will be coming up, obviously that's a 9-week tournament. That is going to be huge for every single team attempting to qualify for the major. And now game number 3 is officially underway. We've sorted out all of our tech issues. That happens with online broadcast. You can't blame anyone. And now I'm excited to see what BDS have got to strike back at Magnifico with.
Yeah, you'd be expecting them much the same, to be honest, except this time it'll hopefully work. They play a bit of a numbers game, you know. Their strategy is not guaranteed to work. They just sort of keep peppering you with balls and shots and passes in the box until eventually you miss one and you score. You know, they're not that worried about dropping a game. They know that in the long run they're probably going to take it off you.
Now, Mark by in the middle will send it over towards Atomic and will continue his offense. Does fall to Demensa. Extra. Pinches it high. Monkey Moon doesn't take this shot. Wanted Mark by 8 to go on the end of that path. It was just a little bit too slow and lofting. So it takes his annoyance out on Greasy Meister. Atomic can't get it around the side of Monkey Moon. As it is sent high. Mark by 8 picking it up in the mid. Will continue on the left as Demensa sends it towards the center. Extra. With a chance for 2 players on the backboard. That was not the best place to put that ball.
No, but like I said, sometimes, you know, just keeping the pressure on. To be fair, they have seen Magnifico double commit on a few balls. Maybe he thought, you know what, there's 2 of them on the backboard, maybe they'll send both players. And I think they did send both players, but they just got the clear as well. So maybe not as bad a move as it first looked.
Atomic going to attempt to pull something out of a hat, but he is not able to. Send middle towards Extra, who's not got much boost for him. Greasy pops it higher. Atomic will try and do a half quick turn, but he's not able to get there. Monkey Moon missing that back boost, but he can turn back and steal it away. That means that the continued offense can occur because Extra has got a lot to chase this with. Greasy is low. Marbella can come in with a lot of boost, and Monkey Moon touches it down. That all originated, I feel, from just rotating via the back boosts and making it so that there wasn't any chance for Magnifico to work their way out of defense. Yeah,
exactly. They seem to boost starve Magnifico into forcing a mistake, and then just at the end there, Mark by 8, quicker on the read than Atomic and putting the ball in the middle for an open shot for Monkey Moon. Just classic BDS. That's BDS all over.
And that will put them ahead as well in this game, and if they end up winning this, I don't imagine it'll be a 1-0. These teams do like to have a few goals in them. Each game's been obviously 3-2 thus far. But I imagine we'll see just a couple more results come out. Mark by 8 touches it gently off the side. Extra can come in. That is a really nice touch by Monkey Moon to get it in a perfect position for Extra.
Yeah, all 3 of them playing great there. Mark by 8 took the first defender out of the game, and then Monkey Moon spotted an opportunity to take the keeper out. They love just nicking in front of you and taking it over you. He just sticks his, I was going to say toe, cars don't have toes, sticks his nose in front and just tips it over the keeper.
Cars don't have noses either.
Cars sort of, they have different types of noses. Not, not your standard breathing apparatus, but I think you can say the nose of a car.
Not your Johnny Boy schnoz that he's run.
Yeah, not your Johnny Boy, but it's a nose nonetheless, I think, maybe.
Very fair. Well, I'd like to see an auto expert come in and tell us why one of us is wrong. Yeah. Oh, Atomic hits it with the nose of his car after the pass from Demensa as well. And that will bring it within 1.
Yeah, Demensa using his stomach excellently there. And then headbutts the defender to keep him on the goal line, and an easy open net for Atomic.
Yeah. All players now with their feet on the starting blocks. As we go for the kick off for Greasy Meister. Isn't able to get anything from that. Does go for a bump. Will secure the second bump, and Monkey Moon is up before he's able to get there. Monkey Moon with the flip reset, but he can't connect to it particularly hard. Now Extra, can he get that central? Demensa, really great rotation there to remain on the backboard. Means that any pass that goes central, if it's high enough, then he's able to cover it.
Yeah, and he also, nice little rotation there. I mean, it didn't work out in the end, but a lot of people with 8 boost there would just head right back to their own half. But he saw that Monkey Moon would maybe smash it right back into the corner he was in, and he was able to turn around, get a 50-50 on. That time it pinched, miles back into his own half. But a lot of the time that would pinch, straight into the middle, and you'd keep the pressure on. So they just know where to be. Their positioning is exquisite. I must talk to their coach Kale and see if that's his doing, because if it is, I need to, I don't know, bake him a cake or something, I guess.
Of course. I don't know what I expected you to say, but yeah, bake him a cake. I'm sure he'd really like that. I mean, what if he lives like in Australia? The postage on that will be absurd.
Yeah, I'd have to go there, I guess. You'd also lose a lot of the freshness of the cake if I were to post it.
Yeah, you would. Poke some holes in it so the cake can breathe, and it would just arrive as a rock.
Yeah, maybe not a cake. Maybe a cake's just like the.
Maybe some sugared candy you can make it. Oh, doesn't matter whatever Mark's going to send to Kale, because Magnifico are going to want the gift for themselves. Now, gifted that goal, Demensa ends up beating out the team that has been beating them out on pretty much every touch thus far in this game, and can get the runaway goal. Now at 2-2, with under 40 seconds left, it's going to be a very, very important passage of play. Demensa on that side wall with 60 boost. Touches it low, marked by a great one to play to keep it low underneath him. Demensa with wanting to get a demo behind.
And that goal was a prime example of both of their weapons coming into play, waiting for the counter opportunity, and then Demensa, it sort of looked like the BDS left the gap at the back, but Demensa was just ridiculously quick to that ball and got way more power than I think anyone expected. So and they keep shocking me. I'm going to have to do more shocked faces, much to the dismay of the viewers, I imagine.
You've only practiced one. We're going to run out.
I mean, it was a pretty good one. I could just.
It was real, mate. It was a banger, honestly. I could see that 3 or 4 times, I reckon. But at 0 seconds, we're not going to be seeing any more goals. Or are we? Unless. ... No, 2 players on the back ball, but both of them missed. Ends up falling down, but nobody expecting that to come in from Magnifico. And now overtime. The first we've seen on this stream as well, I believe. The offense, I think so, yeah. And that goes on target. Demensa again with the runaway goal. It falls to him. He can turn really quickly. He just gets beaten out. Marked by Atomic. Extra. The worried turnaround. Within 8 seconds, Magnifico take it. Marky, mate, I want to see your shocked face in a second, because Magnifico leads the series.
All right, I've got a new one. Don't worry. I've got one in my back pocket, so to speak, for when it cuts to the webcam. Give us a shout when it cuts to the webcam, Stumpy, and I'll deliver. I promise.
Okay, I'm excited for you to deliver, because Magnifico certainly delivered in that game. With that runaway shot, 2 of them ended up leading to their goals. Quite a few shots, obviously, going on for Magnifico. I hope we do see your face, because we're doing a little fly around, having a little look around Manfield Night right now, which is a very pretty stadium, but it's no Markadudar's face.
It's no Markadudar's face, not as pretty as my face. I must say, yeah, here it comes. You ready?
Here it comes. I like how you always respond to the production as well. It's really
I love you too. I get excited.
It's just another person to talk to, and I know that you like that. So yeah, obviously these guys, because Magnifico, they are leading the series.
I am shocked.
you look it. You really look it.
I'm shocked. What on earth have I just seen?
Your face looks like someone's put it on upside down.
Fine.
There we are. Good
Someone
censoring.
said to me I have a very malleable face, and that was a strange compliment.
Interesting. He's a Markadudar with the face of Play-Doh. Game number 4, Luke. Magnifico leading this series 2-1. One more, and Magnifico go through into their 3rd and potentially final match. For 3 wins, 4-3 losses, you qualify. 3 losses, 4-3 wins, and you are eliminated. You will be saying bye-bye to regional event number 1. Friesmeister works his way out of the defense. Extra will cut him off in the middle, but Atomic beating out the BDS player. That seems to be the theme at the end of the last game that ended up winning Magnifico. Winning it for Magnifico, rather. Will that continue?
Yeah, they looked great. I did not expect them to have that much quality, and Dementia especially. I know he's dangerous. I know he's good. That's what I said, is it not? Oh, whatever.
Absolutely. No, really.
Demensa especially, just so fast and so accurate with his shots. Like I knew. Oh my goodness me. Speaking of fast and accurate.
Those corner shots are so hard to read. Especially from there, look. Look at how wide that's bounced out. And that must be right on the last pixel where it would get that angle. And he has tipped it underneath the bar and over one of the Magnifico players as well. BDS with Monkey Moon absolutely turning it on in game 4.
Yeah, that was just pure quality. He just was so quick to ping that off the back wall, catch the defense out, and then he's read it perfectly. Such a hard read, and at the same time finding such a tight angle as well. Honestly, just pure class from Monkey Moon.
Someone will save that, and it does end up pinching very nicely, and it goes high extra. With quite a lot of boost to work with. Can he get around Demensa? Yes, he can, and picks up the mid boost as well. But still fancies getting their back corner to try and continue an offense should that start to form. Demensa and Greasy both going up at the back. The double commits have not burned them just yet, but I feel if they continue, then we're going to be seeing it. That's a fully open net, but the third man just a little bit too far away.
BDS getting a little bit panicky maybe. I've seen a couple of slightly questionable dives from Monkey Moon. You know, maybe they're starting to feel the pressure of this Magnifico team.
And they're certainly pressuring hard. When they get the chance to, Magnifico, they do start to turn the screw. See, they are throwing a bit of a counterattack in this match as Greasy touches it down gently. There's not a save that comes in from any other Magnifico player, so Mark by 8 can continue the ball, and he will forego the ball. Instead, will go for Atomic. Extra with the mid boost stolen away from him, will have to retreat back to his own half, where he will still find none. Those boost steals, by the way, from Magnifico are being really disruptive for the offense.
Yeah, they both love stealing boost. They're sort of having a boost fight between themselves. I don't know if there was like a change of tactics from Magnifico, but they're getting out of their own half a lot more. I think we're seeing a few more demos and, like you said, boost steals as well that are contributing to that. Very, very impressive tactical game from Magnifico, I must say.
Oh, that is a remarkable pass down from that pinch touch up on the ceiling, straight onto the goal line.
Yeah, wow. Did not see that coming, and neither did BDS. I think a bit of a mistake from Extra. You'd maybe expect a little bit more composure from him, but at the same time, I wouldn't know what to do in that position either. Atomic really, really caught me off guard with that last touch.
Magnifico is still showing everything that they've got. There's still new ways that they're able to attack the BDS side as Greasy goes up for the double tap, but he misses. Atomic can send it on target, but no, it's just wide.
Oh, no.
And then the Mensa sends it high as well. Those were two huge chances. They couldn't sink either of them away.
Yeah, they're going to be kicking themselves for that one. I felt like at least 2 of those shots should be goals 9 out of 10 times. Great pass, Monkey Moon. Beautiful save. Probably should have been a better finish, but it was still a very impressive save.
Mark, can he get anything from that? No, but it does remain in the Magnifico half extra. Not much boost to him. Does get hunted by Atomic. He can try and threaten Mark in the midfield. Mark, though, with 30 boost. Continues down pitch, cleared by Greasy. Catching by Extra. No, sorry, bangs it away, actually. Maybe could have gone for the touch there. Atomic did start to rotate away from him. He secured more space. Does what Monkey Moon does there. 2 players in there. He's able to beat them both. Yes, he is. The deflayed flick has absolutely bamboozled the Magnifico defense.
What even? Oh my god, yeah, he faked Atomic into oblivion, and then Greasy just wasn't really ready for the shot to come straight down the middle. Like the extra little bit of pace he gave the ball, he's just destroyed them. He's shown his 1v1 quality there.
Now, final minute as Mark by 8 destroys Greasy Miser off the pitch. Mensa sends it long, again a counter attack, but Mark by 8 learning that is able to happen. That is a possibility. And so he's back nice and early to save it, and he can continue on the offense. Monkey Moon in the middle with the Mensa will take it slow again. Those 1v1 skills proven that they were definitely worth learning. If it could potentially win this game for them. And my word, did they need it. Monkey Moon up, nice and quick in the middle. The offense with the flip reset. But the Mensa saves it away. Mark by 8 saves it away as well. And that back left boost is giving several teams an issue here. Within 30 seconds, Marky, BDS looking to take us to game 5.
Yeah, this is their game to take. You would imagine they're just going to sort of sit on this lead a little bit, not take too many risks, because, yeah, I mean, I know Magnifico have actually been doing quite a lot of damage, but you would imagine, you would trust your defense against Magnifico if you're BDS in this situation.
And Mark up nice and quickly in the middle. Atomic drops it. Greasy Miser's shot on. isn't able to score it, though. Dementor can keep it up with the help of Mark by 8. That does end up flying middle. Greasy on it. Dementor can get it central. Atomic not with the shot! His nose is not long enough. Contact Johnny Boy Surgeon, because if he just gets that extension, then man alive, that was a goal.
Yeah, he was just painfully close to tipping that into the net. The keeper had pre-jumped, covered a bit of the goal, but you imagine any touch was good enough. You know what? The Magnifico had the chances this game. It's not like they got dominated at all. They had plenty of opportunities to score, but they couldn't finish. You know, there was that string of like 3 shots in a row. Probably 2 of them should be goals 9 out of 10 times. And then near the end there, Atomic dropped it to Greasy. And Greasy, you know, good finisher usually, but he just sort of, he tried to put it behind the defense. It was a bit central. And then at the end there, Atomic, I don't know, to be fair to him, I don't know if he could have even reached it. I don't know if it was even possible, but their finishing sort of let them down that game, to be honest.
I mean, it makes you think back to the middle of that game where Atomic and Dementor both had chances to shoot, and they both did shoot cleanly and both hit the crossbar. It's a real shame, but BDS will be very happy. All the BDS fans as well will be very happy. As now we're in game number 5. Further than anybody thought that Magnifico would go, and that hit saved away by Extra, who in that last game had 68 points. He was not doing particularly well, and BDS still ended up winning. If Extra can turn it on in this game, there's no chance for Magnifico, but that's all on Extra, and Magnifico have been fortifying incredibly well when they've had to.
Yeah, both Extra and admittedly, right after I called him the best player on the team, Mark by 8, have had a bit of a quiet series so far. Monkey Moon, however, seems to be popping off a little bit. To be fair to the guy, he scored a couple of great goals, coming up with finishes, coming up with great assists. You know, he's looking fantastic. It's just sort of up to Extra, especially, and a slight, you know, not as bad from Mark by 8, but Extra especially needs to do a bit more for his team in this series, because this is one that they really should win. This isn't one that they would be wanting to lose at all.
Yeah, it's not one that they should be getting through in 5 games with. This should be a 3-0-3-1 situation, but credit to Magnifico. They've been repelling one of the strongest offenses that we have seen in the RLCS recently. Mark by 8 there, breaking a rule number 2. That's okay. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes the game is worth more than a rule. Everybody remember that. Grusenmeister, can he get the double? He's not able to, but Monkey Moon gets rid of their contingency plan and sends it far enough that Extra is able to have a shot, but it just goes wide.
Yeah, and the cloud of smoke coming from the demo sort of obscured Mark by 8's vision. Otherwise, I think he had a clean shot on that, but he just couldn't see the ball. And so Magnifico get away with one a little bit, I reckon. I think that was definitely a dangerous situation to be in.
Yeah, dangerous, but they managed to keep it away. He managed to keep this game at 0-0, but Atomic with a shot on, and a really weak touch by Greasymeister will not threaten the defense too much. It's more of a courtesy shot that. Vents can turn, get that 100 boost. Greasy does remove Extra from the pitch, but a fantastic clear by Monkey Moon will abate the pressure for now.
Yeah, great defending from BDS. Always a man behind, no double commits, but I reckon a better finish from Greasy there. And the keeper didn't have much boost. The keeper had like 6 boost or something. Yeah.
I think Greasy gave up on that.
He might
I actually think he gave up on going for the big block, and he started boosting to the floor, and he's accidentally faked out the defender and nearly scored.
Yeah, nearly scoring is sort of a theme for Magnifico right now.
Good touches though by Greasy. We'll get the ball down towards Atomic. And Mark has to get that over the top of Dementor. Is not able to. Dementor also steals 100 boost. Gets the central for Atomic, who does just rotate out. Greasy with 10 boost, able to get the touch to it. Mark's central. Monkey, shot. Atomic save, and another Atomic save. Keeps us at 0-0. This game 5 is tight. And Atomic, the defensive paragon, becomes the offensive sledgehammer.
Wow, finally a decent finish. I think Monkey Moon probably should have scored earlier as well. He just catches it on the volley. Monkey Moon not ready. Great hassling from Demensa as well. And all of a sudden, they're looking good to take the series.
Magnifico poised to take it. Marky, we need a bespoke shocked face. If Magnifico take this, I'm expecting something special from your shocked face. Is that all right?
Oh no.
Special. Just you know, be shocked. Have a normal human emotion, please.
I can try. Oh, thank God. I don't have any.
Sorry, I heard you straining, and I was hoping that would end up happening. Monkey Moon again with the 1v1 prowess. Greasy not knowing how to deal with it and extra securing it. But Monkey Moon putting in basically all the work there. Ends up going low. That seems to be his preferred move at the moment. Doesn't want to risk it by going high, especially when he's in a solo play. An extra. It's in the middle, but we're at 1-1, approaching 1 minute remaining. And this will not send either team home, but it will put one of the teams into a fantastic position.
Yeah, this is a very big game, and it would mean a lot to both teams' confidence. You know, BDS to lose to Magnifico might shake them a wee bit, and Magnifico to take out BDSM, that would do wonders for their confidence. You'd feel like the big man if you took out BDS. So this is a vital game, you know, let alone... Oh my goodness.
Oh! Atomic showing off what he's able to do. He's been offensive, he's been defensive, and this is a show of offense. That unbelievably acute angle using the very tip of his car gets it in over the crossbar. I didn't realize that angle was possible from where he was. But that puts Magnifico ahead. Now Monkey Moon has to try and do the same. He isn't able to. The save comes out by Greasy. Marked by 8 sends it central. Mensa gets to the left-hand wall and will follow up as well. Doesn't have the boost to beat out extra though. As now it falls into BDS possession. Over the top of 1. Marked by 8. Can't get it past Atomic. Demensa can turn, but can't get the snapshot off. The final 25 seconds. Atomic sends it long. Demensa is just going to be bumping extra. Going to be bumping Monkey Moon well out of the way. Now BDS are on the back foot. Can extra get this central? Not quite. 10 seconds. Marked by 8 gets it in the middle. Monkey Moon with the shot. The save once again. Magnifico poised to take the series. With only 5 seconds left and it going in the BDS half. This is not looking likely. Demensa can keep it low. Yes,
oh
he does.
My God. Oh my God.
Take down the number 4 seed in RLCS Europe. BDS get beaten by the Swan Song team Magnifico. Marky, I need your face to be shocked beyond repair, please. My word.
I can't believe what I've seen. That was, oh my goodness! I did not expect that at all. They out-qualitied them. Atomic. I didn't know Atomic was that good. I thought Dementia was their main weapon, and Atomic was just like, what on earth is Mark? I'm going to go out and win this whole game. Unbelievable stuff. I can't believe it.
Yeah, that was an amazing performance in the end by the Magnifico players. I think BDS will be kicking themselves. They should have won that series, but Magnifico, they were mechanically impressive when they needed to be. Atomic in that final game was everywhere. He was defending like an absolute champion. He was he scored both of the goals in that game as well, including that amazing double tap on the backboard. And in the end, it was just too much of BDS to deal with. BDS now, they are at 1-1. They will be going, BDS rather. They are at 1-1. And we are seeing Magnifico go to 2-0. If you guys want to let us know what you thought of that series, make sure that you use hashtag RLCSX on Twitter. Let us know what you thought of Marky's shocked face as well, because I think it was something special. Hopefully we see a little bit more of that later, but that is it from us for now. Marky, mate, any final words from you regarding Magnifico at all?
Well played, lads. Honestly, all three of them, exquisite performance. I can't believe we've got it seems we've got a new team on the block, and Old Man Greasy's in it. It's unbelievable.
Incredible play from Magnifico. We'll hopefully see more of them later, and obviously more of BDS as well. Otherwise, guys, we'll be back after this break where your host F-Dot will be joined by an amazing person. I don't know who it is. Don't know why I led myself down this verbal rabbit hole. I will see you guys soon. Have a good one.